that immediate
over the first weekend.
crackle word of mouth that
you must see this movie right away.
Yeah, if you don't get that right off. There are a lot of people who went and saw it. I remember guys telling me, boy, that was a great movie. I told my wife about it, and she said she didn't want to go see a prison movie. So you don't get, and then that was the problem of the title.
Yeah. Yeah.
I saw this movie. It was really terrific. It's called. So that's it. That's what it did right there. You know?
I like his riffs on this.
Yeah, what?
Oh, God. I had someone else the other day.
Scrimshaw retention? Or?
Scrimshaw reduction.
Yeah. Hudsucker reduction. I did, got that. Somebody said I saw you in Shawshank, man.
Shawshank.
Yeah.
I get Shawshank reduction, Shawshank redemption.
Redemption.
Sham-Shaw.
Shake Sham.
But you weren't worried about this when you kept the title, huh?
To this day, nobody suggested a better title to me.
I did. I suggested.
What did you suggest?
I said, why are you...
Red Story.
No. The title of the story is Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. Just keep that on the poster. Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption. They
See,
said,
I think that's a good idea.
Well, it won't fit on the marquee. Rita Hayworth will fit on the marquee. Rita Hayworth, ... On down here, when you look down here on the one sheet, Rita Hayworth and the Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, you remember Rita Hayworth was the cover for The Digging.
Yes.
When did you know that this was something special? While you were shooting it? I mean, was it apparent there in that prison? Where was the prison? In Ohio?
Ohio, Mansfield, Ohio.
And it was a terrible death place, wasn't it? I mean, it was an awful prison.
It was an awful place. It had been deactivated about 3 years prior to our coming there to film, and was really we were forestalling a date with the Wrecking Ball. They were going to tear the place down, or most of it at any rate. And it had, I remember, well, we all felt it, and Tim also, I remember, said it best, really. I think that you just felt the weight of all that sadness of all those years, and it seeped into the stone of this place.
It came from my son.
It came from your son, that's right, I remember.
He walked in and he said, "This place is very sad."
Yeah.
And I don't want to be here. And he, you know, it was seriously palpable, the pain that was in that room. You could really feel it.
It was very,
Those tiny cells.
Yeah.
Weep.
Cold.
Cold.
Oh, man. Yeah. Yeah, it was quite a place.
How'd you get it?
I was asking around, you know, every film commission in the country. You got a big empty prison. We need to go shoot a movie, and we had two choices. One was in Ohio, and one was in Nashville. I wound up using the Nashville one for Green Mile.
But when Morgan sat down at a table to read, when you had your actors come together, because you wanted them, my assumption, coming to this, because these were people who knew each other. So you wanted there to be some chemistry among your actors, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Before you shot your first scene.
These guys, particularly, the whole movie lived and died whether or not they had chemistry. And what I love watching those clips is seeing again that chemistry was so palpable and so there. But it's a bit of a roll of the dice because you don't know when you're casting necessarily, whether that chemistry is really going to be there.
Well, there are people that cast husband and wives, and it turns out it doesn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know that, don't you? Roll tape. This is what I love about it, among 100 reasons. It is about friendship, and it's about conversation. It is about the power of words, giving flight to emotion, ideas, qualities. Human qualities. Roll tape.
In here, I'm the guy who can get things for you, sure, but outside, all you need is the yellow pages. Hell, I wouldn't even know where to begin. Pacific Ocean? That'd scare me to death, something that big.
Not me. I didn't shoot my wife, and I didn't shoot her lover. Whatever mistakes I made, I paid for them and then some. That hotel, that boat, I don't think that's too much to ask.
I don't think you ought to be doing this to yourself, Andy. This is just pipe dreams. I mean, Mexico is way the hell down there, and you're in here, and that's the way it is.
Yeah, right. That's the way it is. It's down there and I'm in here. I guess it comes down to a simple choice, really. Get busy living, or get busy dying.
Did you like the way he shot that?
Yeah.
In it?
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite days of filming.
Because?
Because of what you were saying before, is just the sheer, and like that scene in the the sheer simplicity of pointing the camera at the actors and letting them do their job, taking the text, finding the subtext, and delivering it. When you're directing, this oftentimes it's like leading a three-ring circus. But there are days like that. And I remember very distinctly the day we shot that, me just sitting on an apple box and just staring at these guys for hours, and they were showing me my movie again. You know, the one I had in my head when I was there alone at the computer writing it, doing the adaptation. They were showing me my movie again, and it's so lovely to be reminded from time to time in the three-ring circus of directing a movie what your movie is. And that's the essence of the movie there, you know? So I didn't really have to do a damn thing that day. I just had to make sure the camera was in focus and sit and watch these guys do their brilliant work together. That was a real thrill.
How many takes for that scene?
Not a lot of that, I don't think.
I can't remember.
Not
It's-
that many.
We did maybe
Three-
4 or 5 or something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I remember 3. Might have done 4 or 5. Mostly.
I'd have
That's
to,
one of those moments when in your shooting, that like you say, that scene is really the movie. So all the stuff you've been doing leading up to it, once you get to that day when you're going to do that, it's there. It's ready to go. You don't really have to spend much time agonizing over it. Whereas if you scheduled that in the first couple weeks, it would have been impossible.
It wouldn't be so much. You wouldn't have learned, absorbed,
Right.
felt.
We did shoot most of it in sequence.
In sequence, yeah.
we did, yeah, because
That's
Yeah.
a wonderful part about doing a movie like this, because you actually do grow with the part, you know, and it's easy.
and their relationship also grew during the filming.
I mean, their relationship as human beings.
Just as just as friends, just as to Tim and Morgan, the actors, sort of bonding as people, and that I think showed up in the characters as well. It was a great advantage to be able to shoot in. We weren't in strict continuity, but we're definitely in continuity of years. So we would shoot out, say, 1947, and then move on to 1950, whatever. So the first parole thing that he shot was early in the schedule, and the last one was very late in the schedule, you know. And I think that was really advantageous to do it that way.
Did you guys know, as this was happening, that something special was taking place here?
No,
No.
I never know. I
So
can
you
never
can't
tell in a film, because you have moments. You don't have a whole film. You have moments on it, and we'll work together, and we know that we nailed the moment, but you don't know if you nailed the film.
But can you nail the film? He's got to nail the film.
He's got to nail the film.
Yeah. Same thing, or
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
You knew that you had good moments.
Yeah, but we didn't know.
You don't know.
You have good text, you have good actors, you do your job every day, and you hope that you have something good at the
shooter,
end of it.
too.
Shooter.
But Deakins,
Deakins,
fabulous
yeah.
cinematographer.
Was it
really
hard to
great.
cut? I mean, this ended up how long?
2 hours and 22 minutes.
So did you start off with what? Three
It
and a
was like
half?
3 hours, 3 plus, something like that. That wasn't hard to cut.
And
'cause
then
he's-
again, when you saw the movie, we all knew it was really great.
Yeah. Once you see
But we didn't know
Yeah,
that it
right.
was going to be what
No,
it became.
no.
right?
Exactly right. There's one thing, you know it, love it, and like it, and think it's great. The other is this another level it went to where it becomes a classic.
Yeah.
Which was a very slow build over a period of 10 years, and now we get to do our special 10-year anniversary.
How many films get that?
I mean, that's fantastic. Isn't that great?
So let me just end there. A 10th anniversary edition of the DVD will be released in September 2004, along with the re-release of the movie to 11 theaters nationwide. Shawshank Redemption, Castle Rock's entertainment production, directed by Frank and starring